Jason Duran here with Phoenix Boats, and I'm excited today to introduce you to a new model that is in our Elite line, and that is the 919. This boat right here comes with a lot of new features that I think you're going to be really excited to see. We're going to take a moment, we're going to walk through this whole boat, pick it apart, kind of show you some of the new things that you've grown to love throughout Phoenix Boats, and then even some new features that we've added to the 919 Elite. So let's take a moment here and let's walk through it. Let's start right here at the bow. So just like other models in the Elite line, this model also comes with the option to add a stack right here at the bow. So be able to add a factory installed dual mount stack. So you got two graphs. A lot of you guys love to have one graph with a map and one graph with forward facing sonar. So on this model right here, we have that. We also have nice big stomp buttons for your trim. So, you know, if you're catching a fish, if you're hung up somewhere and you really want to get that trim up fast, you can find that trim really easy. So two big trim buttons here. Of course, your nav lights are right over there as well. So moving on down the deck a little bit, we've got an all padded front deck here. So at the fishing platform, you've got a nice, comfortable way to fish up here. Really nice, soft deck. As we move on down, you'll notice that the box layout does not include a day box. So let me jump in and show you a little bit about what tackle we have inside. So let's take a minute and look at the deck layout here on this model. So we have one big center box for tackle storage. We have full-size rod box on the starboard side, full-size rod box on the port side. One thing you're going to notice on this model is we have slam latches. So on all Elite models, we have slam latches. You're going to spend a lot of time in this area right here, rig and tackle. So right here is a padded cooler lid. So if we're kneeing, going down in there, or if we're sitting here, rig and tackle all day, and I spend a good bit of time just sitting right here, even when I'm in the garage, rig and tackle. Let's talk just for a minute about the things that are the same on this model. One of those being stainless steel hardware. This boat does have slam latches like we talked about before, and those are stainless steel, but our tie down cleats, our grab handles, you're gonna notice throughout the boat we're using stainless steel hardware, which really helps provide longevity in the boat and really makes things more durable. But also here at the cockpit, on all of our models, the cockpit is the same. So you've got your storage boxes here, you've got your cooler here. Remember that padded cooler lid? On this model, we do upgrade to a little bit wider console like on the other Elite line, but the distance here is the same. So if you sit down in the cockpit seat and you grab a hold of the steering wheel, say in an 818, it's going to be the same here in the 919 Elite. It's going to be the same in the 21 PHX. So if you're a really tall guy, you're going to fit comfortably in this 919 Elite. So here we have an all analog switch panel, independent pumps for each live well. So there are 3 pumps on each live well, and so that makes it 6 pumps. Pump in, pump out, and recirculate, all individual pumps. We're all about keeping fish alive for you guys that are really serious tournament anglers. We know how important that catch is and bringing it safe back to weigh in. So as we sit down in the cockpit, I want to show you a couple features that are really nice on this boat. One of those being a dual dash shroud. It gives us the option to mount 2 graphs side by side, or we can mount 1 graph right in the center. That also brings our gauges down low to where we're able to see them as we're driving down the lake. This shroud is reinforced on the inside with metal, and we're just factory mounting the gimbals straight to the shroud. And that gives you a really strong, low profile kind of look as we run down the lake. We also have a tilt steering here. We've got our jack plate and our motor both on blinker trim, so we're able to keep both hands on the steering wheel very comfortably as we drive down the lake. So as we move on to the back deck of the boat, we have 2 independent live wells. Like we said before, those are independent pumps for recirculate and pump out. So 6 pumps in total, 3 for each live well. The live wells are 42-gallon live wells. We have a storage box here. A lot of guys use that for their co-angler and his storage. And we also have a storage box here. So just like on other models, everything's pretty much going to be the same at the back deck. So moving to the very back of the boat, in the bilge area, we've got plenty of room for your spare prop. We've got plenty of room for your power pole pumps when you add those. We also have plenty of room for your batteries. We also, at this point, I want to point out this model comes with an upgraded wiring harness. We now call it the E2 wiring harness. You'll see a lot of other videos referencing this, but this is where it's located at the back of the boat. It's a standalone electronics harness. So as we look at the back of the boat, a lot of these features are going to be the same on all the other Elite models, but I just wanted to point out a couple of the options that you could also add to your boat, one of those being the E2 harness. So now you've gotten your first look at the new 919 Elite. We are so excited about adding this model to the Elite line along with all the other boats we have to offer. So here's a big thing we want to ask you to do. If maybe I didn't cover something you've got a question about, take a moment, jump down in the comments, write out your question. We'd be glad to answer that question or get you in touch with your local dealer to get you one on order.